All right, let's get started then.
Okay. Welcome to the 5th episode of the Melee Capital Region Smash podcast. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to be talking about a not as fun topic, though, and a more fun topic, and typical normal topics. In summary, that's basically on NLG, the legacy of NLG. We'll reminisce. So we have our amazing best TO, I
Cutest
think.
TO in the region, no
Airwave.
question.
Shucks, guys.
Some people call
y'all
him
are
the best
making me
TO.
blush.
I don't know.
Maybe the best TO. It's hard to say.
People just like being fed. Like, I'm not a good TO.
He serves the best meat at his tournaments out of any TO in the region. So
My meat game is solid.
yeah, no
That's
question.
why people go to your stuff, right?
I mean,
Most
that's why
likely.
I went.
I mean, it's hard to say people go to my stuff when, like, our second bi-weekly got as many people as when we had, like, Long Island and Montreal come to visit.
Yeah.
It's a different era.
Oh, shush, let me flame.
But yes, anyways, Malcolm, you want to talk about like how you got started and stuff, like what you guys
Yeah,
did?
so essentially, I was never supposed to be the TO for NLG. It was supposed to be Tristan, aka Daddy's little girl. Um, he actually skipped the first weekly. Um, like, so somehow I just got sort of roped into doing it, half against my will, but
But
what happened?
sorry about that. But I just sort of got stuck into doing it every week, especially as he was moving away and he was, I don't know, being Tristan of all people.
oh yeah.
So we started
Understandable guy.
as a Smash 4 PM weekly after PM stopped being held at Pastime. Because we were PM players, we liked PM, and we wanted to have a place where we could hang out and play and compete and continue to try to improve.
Well, here's my background on this. So, me going into NLG, imagine like the bygone times of early 2015, where we had I think
Hungry Pigeon.
end of 2014, we were alternating Melee and Project M weeklies at Pastime Legends, and then at some point Smash 4 joined the mix. So then we were thinking maybe we'll stop doing PM. It's not really getting that many people, but then newly renamed DLG at the time had a request that like I heard multiple times, like leading into say Two Fish, like, oh yeah, we want to get together a PM weekly at we don't really know yet, so we want to do that. So it was mostly him, and I think I heard about the Airwave guy around the same time. Even
Sim
though I
was
guess he went to
involved.
my tournaments. But it was mostly him that really wanted it. And do you remember when exactly the first one was? When it finally started?
It was like mid to late February because it was during spring break. He scheduled the first one during his spring break, and he was back on Long Island.
Yeah, I remember going to that one, doing a couple setups, and I went
Yeah,
to most of what I could around that time, and eventually like all of them for the most part.
Yeah, you were definitely probably like the person who was there the second most behind me. The one thing I do want to say about the first NLG Weekly is that we had that was the first time I ever saw downvote at a tournament. Totally, completely random. Downvote the God just showed up and like started playing Smash 4 and was like, "Hey, I heard there's Smash here, guys."
Yeah, that was the time of like the melee ladder, where people were challenging each other a lot more, and like downvote Billy, someone else, DLG. Like they were all like these upcoming players that wanted to use the ladder.
Upcoming Fox name, Daddy's little girl. That's so
We
sick,
just called
dude.
him DLG though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I still remember the bygone era of the downvote Billy rivalry. Where the best part of it for me was when I think he was casting or commentating one of your matches, and he's like, "Yeah, Billy and I have a pretty good rivalry. It's pretty close." And I think you just come out of the woodwork. You're just like, "Dude, it's like 10-1 my favorite." In the middle of your set.
He took like 1 or 2 sets off me ever, and I took like every other set ever. Like it was not really a rivalry for a very long time. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to the Billy DLG rivalry.
Yeah, that was funny because I think Tristan actually beat me the first 2 times we played. Once was like when I was really bad, and then he beat me when I was actually like kind of established.
Yeah, when
So-
you were when you were officially on the come up, and he was just some random PM kid. I
Yeah,
was
that's why
there for
it
that.
was super funny. I was just like, yo, what is this Fox player? I'm like, why is he just up smashing me? And I just got destroyed. Like I don't know what happened, dude. Like he was recovering pretty well. I remember that. He's making lots of sweet spots to edge, and yeah, I got bodied by DLG. I lost to Sin too. I played him in like a challenge match. I lost like a bunch of you guys early on. You beat me the first time we played.
Yeah.
So yeah, all these PM guys got me figured out. Man.
Sin, honestly, like he's one of those dudes where he'd have moments of being really good, like completely randomly. Like he always would just pull out these like random impressive like game victories, even like especially in PM. And then he'd just kind of crumble a little bit, but he'd
Nah, I'm gonna watch anime.
yeah, he's gonna watch some anime. He's a big anime fan. He's not the big anime fan though, who is another one of our old Smash 4 players at next level.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while, unless he changed his tag.
We went to trivia night a couple weeks ago, so
No,
he kind of changed his tag, I guess. He goes by John now.
Wow, that's different.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, those were the early days of NLG. We just sort of got started as a ragtag, place where is a new store trying to figure out sort of a customer base and try to fill some space in their store. We were friends. We knew Corey for probably about 1.5 years at that point, and just
Corey
sort of
being the owner, by the way.
everything grew from there. Yeah, Corey Betts. Shout out to Daddy. And
No
after
relation to Daddy's little girl.
that's debatable. I think that's where we got the name.
that
Because,
is Daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
like that's Daddy.
we played Magic. We did a two-headed giant, which is 2v2, and I think that's what we called our team, was Daddy's Little Girls. And then after that, he was like, you know what, we're gonna make that our tag, or he's gonna make that his tag after some controversy.
Yeah, we won't go into that though.
That's for
Even though
another episode.
That was the beginning of the time period.
That's the lost episode.
You guys can PM me if you want those. Slide into
Yo,
my
you with your
DMs.
PM always, dude. Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
So then, when was the first NLSS?
First NLSS was towards the end of the summer. It was the PM
Yeah.
circuit finale. Maybe
Yeah, I
like
remember that.
August.
What? No, was that the end of spring?
Was it? No, it couldn't have been the end of spring because actually maybe it could have. Saber was there, and I don't know if he was.
Yeah, I
That
think
was
that's
before
when
you.
we ended it back in the day, right? That was because
Yeah,
it was
that
the end of the
first
school
one.
year.
Yeah, where we held Brawl Minus.
Yeah, no melee, but Brawl Minus. was
No
there.
melee. We had Smash 4, Brawl Minus, and PM.
Yeah, and I think the previous week was Bluefish.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which
The
is why we didn't do
interesting
melee.
thing to come out of that tournament, I think, was
Bluefish.
well, a couple of really good sets, but OT took third. I think that was like OT's first tournament in a while.
Yeah.
Since he wasn't playing very often. He lost to Marcel
And Adam.
and
Yo, he
and
lost
Adam.
the helicopter kick so hard.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I did get second at NLSS.
And
that was
that
like
was-
Marcel's breakout tournament, if I recall correctly.
I don't know. If
It
I'd
was the
call
one. It was definitely
breakout,
one of the
but
ones that
was,
solidified him.
Yeah, it definitely made him more than just some random kid who had a dumb tag. Like, he was still Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Yeah, losing to Sea Monster. So that's how we know he was not established yet.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was probably I didn't go to that one because there was no melee there. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like what is this?
The two memories for me personally on the PM side there was that was the first and I think only set I ever took from Gertie, where Adam before the match gave me the coaching tip. He's like, dude, just throw out a dins and like dash dance. And I did that for like 25 minutes in the 3-game set. It was
I remember
think
some
the
solid
lamest
advice
I've
like
ever
that.
played. And then immediately after that set, he played Saber. Saber took a 2-0 lead, and Gertie came back from 2 down with his ice climbers, which
Yeah.
I had previously never seen, to beat Saber's Kirby, which at that point was still like semi-brokenish.
Yeah, I learned some things about PM ice climbers that day.
Yep. The name of the game back then, let's play as lame as possible, and it somehow worked.
Well, I mean that's pretty much what I did end up telling you. With like, I'm pretty sure the advice that I gave you was put dins down like in the middle of the stage, and it just kind of stays there. And you know what? You don't have to go on the other side of that because you're now controlling that space. So,
Yeah.
If
And
you just
it
go on
was
the
just-
other side of it, it's useless now.
They have to approach. And, you know, turns out if you approach someone with an active hitbox immediately on top of them, it's more difficult. Revolutionary concept. I don't know.
Some people would say that Brinstar in Melee, like when the stage breaks apart, let's say you're Peach because you would counterpick Brinstar back in the day, you just down smash in the middle. It separates the whole stage in half. Well, you just stay on your half because you have to jump over the gap between halves in order to reach your opponent otherwise. Pretty much the same deal.
That sounds like some fun and intuitive melee.
Yeah. Nana can't do it though.
Sad.
We'll go with that.
So yeah, after that, and I'll just hit on the NLSSs after that because those were our bigger events. We ran a string of them with, we got Josiah out.
No, that was 3.
That was 3.
Oh, yeah, Billy Williams.
2 was the one with Mana. Yeah, I know. You think that was the
Yep,
first time
2
I met that
was
dude. Mana Beta.
was Mana's victory with Beta. Asylum was there. Jank came out for that one.
GSO. That was
He
an
brought the
early
Buffalo
tournament.
Kids. Yeah, that was a stacked tournament.
And you know how many
tournament
people it had?
was
16.
Like 16, yeah.
16. Half of the entrants were from Western New York. I remember this. Or not, maybe not Western, but half of the entrants were from west of Albany. And I just remember being like, really, guys? Like, because I kind of came out, we did Somersault 0.5 at Scott Sterling's house.
0.6 actually.
That was 0. Oh, yes. 0.5 was the one Jordan won. 0.6, that was the one you came out to. And you were like, hey, guys, like, you know, you just want to come out to my tournament? And I was already considering it. But when you said that, I'm like, all right, I'll definitely come out. And I was there. And I just remember being like, where is everybody? Like, what the heck? Like, we get these kind of numbers for weeklies. And I'm like, oh, my God, there's that Mana guy. Remember, he did well at Final Battle. Like, here's this dude, Beta. Like,
That
GSO.
tournament at that point in time, like, legitimately had a half of upstate's like top 10 players probably.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Like, Mana, Beta, Asylum. And then, like, you know,
GSO.
Well, GSO, I don't know. Like, I feel like he wasn't as established and upstate at that point.
He wasn't as established, but I think you could still, like, you know, based on what we know.
Yeah, like his skill level was like really, really strong. Jank was in there. It was like super, super stacked. like crazy tournament. And then 3 was the one where no
Yeah.
Asylum or Beta, but Josiah came out.
Yeah, completely randomly.
Yeah, I remember showing up there. Tristan gave me a ride. That was the summer ladder finale. And I didn't have a ride to get there that morning because I thought I was getting a ride with Jake, and he kind of didn't give me one. And then Tristan came to pick me up from the venue.
I remember
We're
that.
walking. Yeah, he came to pick me up from the venue, drove to my place, goes back. And as we're walking, he's like, "Yeah, dude, we got all these great Western New York players. You know, we got Mana, we got Asylum, we got Josiah." I'm like, "What? Like that dude still plays? Like what the like? He's this legendary Mark player." I saw him play. I'm like, "Yo, he's beating Mike. This is awesome." like I could do that too. And then yeah, that was also a sick tournament. That one was twice as big, 32 people, I think.
Yeah. After that, we had Flippin' Kais come out on the PM side at 4, which was pretty hype. Those guys are the homies. And
Yeah, and that
those
was
those are like pretty consensus, like top 30, if not like top 15, top 20 PM players in the world.
Well, that was right before Flip really broke out too.
Yeah.
Because then a month or 2 later, he got top 3 at Shots Fired.
He top 3 Shots Fired. He won Supernova. He took
Got
second at
Big
Bigger Balk.
Bigger Balk. Excuse me.
Was it Bigger Balk? Yeah, Bigger Balk
remember.
won. Bigger Balk won.
Yeah, so
second at New Fish, right?
What's that?
Second at New Fish.
Yeah, second at New Fish.
Second at New Fish behind Hentai got Thunder Z-Ran.
Yeah, so that was cool because it was right before Flip really came out as a top TM player, and then Kais obviously really good. I think something I liked about that tournament was Mana taking a game off of Flip with Ganondorf. That was kind of funny.
That was one of the funniest dumb Mana things I've ever seen.
That was sick, dude. That was the tournament where I beat Mask, I think. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, not to put you on blast, Brad, but that was pretty sick at the time.
Put him on blast.
I got 4-stock game 1, and I took the set.
Yep.
Oh my god, that was funny, dude.
And then was 5 the one that we just did? I started losing track.
Yeah, 5 was with Kage.
5 was
Kage.
Kage.
Equal Vortex. That was also a sick one. And Morks.
Equal Vortex. We got Morks to come out. That was also a really strong tournament in terms of the player base. And that was the last one where I was like, all right, we need to start figuring out how we're gonna do these because it was in the summer and it was hot as hell with all those people there. But you know.
Also after Smash 4 was dropped at some point.
Yeah, Smash 4 was dropped.
I mean, they just had so many weeklies. They didn't need another one, I guess.
I don't think so personally.
No,
one of my memories from 5 was out a bunch of us sitting outdoors eating hot dogs with Kage, and then Kage just says something I look at your American news, the politics, and he just does a face palm, and I'm like, yep, that sounds about right. Or I look at your election in the news, and he just face palms, and then yeah, that panned out pretty well.
My Kage memory from that was it was on the Facebook where him and the other Quebecois were arguing with each other about doing doubles. And I think it was Bobo who's like, "Hey man, I need my sleep." And Kage comes literally 15 seconds after it's posted, "Warriors don't sleep." It was just the most typical Kage thing possible.
Yeah, Kage's a pretty funny dude.
One moment I remember of him, because we're sharing Kage moments. He was playing GSO on stream. So Ganon versus Fox, and he gets some little combo opener Stomp, and this is on Yoshi's story. He hits GSO with the first hit of Nair onto one of the side platforms. GSO DIs super hard in, and then Kage's jab, and GSO DIs even more super hard in, and then gets hit by the walkout forward air.
Another
from it on Yoshi.
Sorry, I just had to share this because yours made me think of it. When me and GSO went to a Queen City Melee tournament in Vermont, at one point GSO misses a tech and gets stopped, and he's just like, "No!" And then Kage is like, "Yes!" And it was just so menacing. I'm like, "No, GSO!" Oh my god, yeah, he's a pretty funny dude. So that was cool that he came out to an event. Also, thank you, Malcolm. I always appreciate it. Like, you always did a great job of getting people to come out to your events. Like, posting everywhere, being like, "Yo, guys, we got trophies, we got pop bonuses, we got barbecues." Like, every TO in this region could definitely take lessons from you on how to promote events.
I mean, it's just one of those things where I look at it as these are people that I want to see play, and getting the opportunity to like see them in our backyard was always my goal. Like that's what I think is really cool is seeing, you know, just from this past weekend, seeing like Morks travel 4 hours or even longer because two of his people forgot their passports, so they got stopped at the border, had to go all the way back up to Montreal and then come back down. But like see someone like Morks come out, see the masks of the world come out, even the mic phones, like that's what's really cool to me is seeing all these people from different places come back together to just sit down and play a Smash game. Like it's kind of weird and kind of surreal, especially in this world where now almost everything's done online. If I want to play Overwatch, I can play Overwatch with my British and Australian and my friends who are in DC and the kid who lives down the block. But, you know, for Smash, people drive hours, they stay overnight, and that's what makes it really unique and interesting and fun.
Yeah, rest in peace, NLG. Darn it, dude. That's
Yeah.
it sucks. It's dead. Oh man. And then the bi-weeklies, you want to just like bring those up real quick. Some of the most lit tournaments.
Yeah,
those
it lasted long enough to be an actual bi-weekly.
Yeah, which is you know, it's unfortunate that it ended when it did. In retrospect, I wish that I started the bi-weeklies earlier once I knew that I'd have the space. But it was fun while it lasted. And you know, just to give a little glimpse of the future, like without giving away too much, at some point the bi-weeklies will return. We're still looking for a new location. We're still trying. I'm still weighing my options in terms of where we can do things. But you know, keeping PM alive is my goal. I want to make sure that all the PM kids have a place to play that isn't in Nano's apartment on Friday nights.
Is that what it is
so
right now?
That's a scary place.
Yeah, it's a Nano hosts a 21 plus session every Friday night with all of his roommates. They get like 8 to 10 people there.
Not bad.
It's, I mean, just for like hosting a little Smash Fest get together, it's pretty good. But
that's how a lot of
for
stuff
some
even
people,
starts.
yeah. And that's the thing I will say is that Smash Fests are the best way to start your own stuff. But I feel like it is important for the Project M community to keep some tournament scene available and alive, because otherwise it's hard to keep exposure in the current landscape.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll be back. Don't worry. Some Terminator type stuff.
That's so sad. Darn it, dude. But I am definitely, that is awesome to hear Lee back. Because those tournaments are sick. Like, people like GSO who would always come out to our big stuff, but, you know, you can never really have a part in, like, bi-weeklies, weeklies, like, the more local type events. Like, he was starting to come out to those on Sundays. Of course, it's probably because he get wings over, too. But, like, you know, whatever reason that gets him out there, man. It's good enough for me.
A consistent weekend time slot is pretty nice. So people like GSO can obviously make it out for those circuit points.
Yeah, rest in peace, GSO's circuit career. It's been real.
Yeah, and he couldn't even make it to Fridays monthly.
Yeah, so do you want to talk about that actually? Like just the roundup real quick? I guess the monthly is the most important tournament to talk about.
Yeah, well, I mean that pretty much is it for the NLG stuff. Like those are the topics related to NLG. So if you guys want to talk more about that, hit up Malcolm, and Malcolm will stick around. Maybe join us for Q&A later, or whatever we do.
Yeah, if I don't play Overwatch, I'll be here.
Yeah, sounds
I'll
fun.
see you later.
Well, are you gonna stick around or not?
Yeah, I'll stick around for now.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, we had 2 events over the last 2 weeks because we had some snow. Um, let me get the launch actually.
Yeah, there's the weekly where you won over me, and then there was the monthly.
I gotta look up this weekly. Remember what happened?
Oh, I remember.
Ago.
I remember losing from winners and being not happy.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
Ugh. Freaking auto combo character. Nonsense.
Oh, silly auto combo characters.
Yeah, I do. Shout out to Hungry Pigeon, wherever he may be.
Probably lurking.
Hashtag Mike Sutton
I can link it
facts.
to you, like I have it right here. Yo, Mike Sutton facts. That's a great account.
Yeah, I was waiting for other fact accounts to show up.
You don't have a collective knowledge.
Yeah,
For
I
other
mean,
people.
I want to know more about the local players.
I mean, that's on other people. They need to make their own facts accounts.
Okay.
Like I can't supply facts for everybody.
You know,
I
not
don't-
saying that you are Mike Sutton facts.
I mean, I'm not confirming it one way or the other. It could be a shared account. It might be me. It may not be me. But
We'll never know. One day it'll come back, unless it's actually in use for like the versus weeklies or whatever.
yeah, I still use it for his weeklies every now and then.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we had 2 events. That was February 2nd, the PL weekly. We had 26 people there. Pretty solid. We had 0 people last Thursday though, because it snowed. But we had 38 on last Friday at the Melee Monthly at RPI.
Let's talk about that one. That was really the event we want to talk. We don't want to like drag on about Falcon and stuff, but
yeah. Well, Falcon showed up there too. But
he did. But yeah, this last monthly I couldn't make it out to it unfortunately, but it looked pretty sick. Well, I made it late. Like I didn't get to enter, so.
yeah, aside from you and Juso not being there, we had 2 Saint, Pig, Mancow, Spike, Darwin, me, Lightning. The solid RPI
Dude,
players.
that's sick. Those are some good matches, man. Brolito was there.
Yeah. There were a bunch of good upsets across the board. And by a bunch, I mean probably a few.
There was like 3 at least.
Yeah, a few notable ones and winners specifically.
Yeah, so you want to talk about those?
Yeah, well, the first most obvious one, the biggest one, would be winners quarters. Pig versus Mancow. Mancow finally got a set off Pig. That was an interesting set. I remember commentating it, and I was a little bit weirded out at first because they struck the Dreamlands, and Pig won kind of solidly. And I'm like, what's the plan going on here? Doesn't really make sense. I hope Billy didn't tell him to do this because I don't.
I'm just like, dude, Dreamland's awesome, man. I beat Pig there all the time. That'd be really stupid of me, but
I know it's the best of 3. He could easily just ban it. So, like, it makes me curious what he did actually ban. Mancow, if you're in the chat, let us know what you banned. And why you went to Dreamland. So, yeah, like I said, that was an interesting set. Mancow dropped the first game on Dreamland, won on his counter pick on Fountain of all stages, and then Pig brought him back to Fountain and lost last stock.
And this was apparently intel from Toussaint. He said to Mancow, take him to Fountain of Dreams.
Oh, is that the case?
That's what I heard.
That's not what I heard Mancow tell me.
Is he giving different stories now? Not saying I heard it from Mancow, but
I've heard people give different stories before, but this would be quite different.
yeah, that's what I heard from a source. So, because I was also surprised, obviously. Like, I don't really think of that as a good Falco counter pick personally.
Well, since I was watching the set, of course, some notable differences included Mancow used lasers quite a bit differently. There were very few of them this time, actually. And he ended up spacing out certain back airs on Pig's back air, like very important ones. He got some like important F smashes too, like not many, but obviously can't just spam it. Pig didn't get many rests though, especially the last couple games. So, like Mancow said, he was being a lot more careful about not getting grabbed in those situations, which like didn't really remove the scare every time. Like you every time you kind of do this aerial against Puff and it misses or hits Puff shield, in your mind you're like, uh-oh, is this it? Am I gonna get rested? So it's always a little bit scary just because there's such a heavy punish game factor going on there, just because of rest. And Mancow certainly had plenty of scares, I would say, but Pig wasn't finding the rests. So if they were to play again, I would say I'd probably give it to Pig again, but this probably gives a lot more confidence to Mancow, really showing that he can do it.
Yeah, he got the W. One thing that was funny was I remember the last time they played, it might have just been at the other weekly you mentioned, but like he has like a really I don't think it was game 3. I think it was a 2-0, but like this really close game 2 on Pokemon. And he had like a use percent lead, and he did like a down smash or something by accident and gets up to arrested, and he just gets up right away and says to me like, I had it, like, I can definitely do it. I just need to not get arrested.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's true.
Hey, I've felt that before.
Hey, yeah, your old man's been there a couple times, but yeah. So he finally kind of pulled it together, and he got the W at least once. We'll see if he can do that consistently.
Yeah. Another upset in winners was Pizza in a Cup over Bolita, 2 RPI players. Pizza said sometime after the set that he was paying a lot of attention to that matchup specifically. Like he went over the last VOD that they played on stream, so good to see that he's putting in some of the work for it and seeing results.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened?
Forgetting what was the other one? There was another one, I think.
There isn't much in winners. Lightning beat Kevin, ELKFJ. That's not really an upset. That's just like either person could have won. Like you'd give the higher seed to Lightning, of course, but Kevin's got a chance.
I feel like there was another one. I know it was the Falco's day. Like they both did really well. Shoot.
Well, Pizza lost to Kevin later.
Interesting.
And I'll link the bracket in the chat. So.
Maybe that was it. I could have sworn there was another good one though. You beat Pig, good upset.
Wow. Upset.
No, that's not really an upset, but I never know. That went to game 5.
Got 4th. That's a good result for him. Maybe he's even in the chat. Maybe not.
I already banned him, so.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah, you got the W over.
Banning him from the future.
The future, yeah. Well, you gotta ban him from the future because like he beat Mancow on Friday, dude.
Yeah, he may or may not have intentionally done the thing that I try to avoid every time I run a tournament, which is as soon as you lose a tournament match, I don't want that person to have to play immediately. So Mancow went straight from his winner's set with Toussaint to playing Darwin on stream, which was kind of funny. Unfortunate. I don't think it significantly affected anything because like that's not really how it went, but it was a pretty dominant showing, even though there were probably some close moments. I didn't really see the set though because I was in the middle of a set myself.
Yeah, you're playing against Pig.
Yeah.
So the other thing we have to mention, Toussaint did win it, and Spike got second, but Spike busted out the Marth against Toussaint's Jigglypuff, which
yeah. So
I can't.
Results.
It wasn't a complete surprise, but I'm like, all right, here we go. Like after that game 1, I kind of expected it.
Yeah. So Spike beat me in both winners semis and losers finals, and Toussaint beat him in winners finals and grand finals. 2 games for the tournament. One to a side B spike by Mancow at 0% on the last stock of Game 3, and kind of janky one, I hear, to spike in winners finals. But took it solidly in grand finals.
I don't know how janky I'd really call it. Like,
I didn't see it. Well, I was just going by what I heard.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it that necessarily. Like, Spike was just finding some of like the hard hits. Like, he got like a good dare. You know, he found like a couple early F smashes. I think like it's not jank. It's just like his plan was working out. It's just that the problem we saw from Spike, at least in my opinion, his Marth was like just way too many like reads.
Well, I mean, those things that worked on Toussaint for one game only worked in that one game, by the sound of it, because he tried them out against like me in losers finals and they didn't work either. So like, sure, I didn't see it, but it didn't work against me. And then he tried it for all of grand finals, and it was just a kind of awkward set, unfortunately. Toussaint just was ready for that kind of stuff. It didn't really take him that long to get ready for it.
I don't know. It's just like you know what's weird actually? Because I was gonna say like part of the thing that we were speculating was the issue with Spike against Puff was, oh, he looks for grab a lot, like so you know he gets rested, and it's true he got rested like at least once or twice against Toussaint just in that one first game.
Yeah.
But
game 1 in winners finals he went Sheik, and he definitely whiffed some really funny grabs.
Yeah, it was just like really like not having the discipline in that matchup grabs, like just going for like them, just like really greedy. One of them that was unfortunate was I really think he did go for like the running grab or the dash grab, but even that is kind of tricky to consistently set up.
Yeah, some characters can't even hit it actually. Still.
Yeah, so like I've never even tested it with Sheik. I know with Marth like you can set it up, but it's kind of tricky, and like he was just finding the grabs with Marth more. Like he wasn't getting punished for that nearly as hard as well like I can remember. But he was still going for them a decent amount. So I don't know. Like it's just he has like the right game plan with Marth, but he's way too willing to just like go for these like hard read smash attacks. Similar or not, they're not even hard reads. Like you know Sheik will go for like a lot of down smashes and stuff.
Yeah.
And like that's something I remember the first time I played with him. Like what is he doing? Like why is he like these are stupid down smashes that shouldn't be catching me. They're only catching me because I'm a little too slow to punish. And it's like if you go for like Marth doesn't have a great move to do that with. Like you can't just like throw out F smash and be like, oh, they're not gonna punish me because like it doesn't work the same. It's not like that kind of move.
He definitely does use Marth's F smash the same way he uses Sheik's down smash, which is why I was so ready for it, I think. Like, there was just something about his footsies that I knew every time he was going to F smash when it was coming.
Yeah, so anyways, big monthly and stuff. Toussaint and game 3 of grand finals, he ends up going Falco and beating Spike's Marth. Basically what I got out of that was interesting character choice. Could use some work though. Like he's going to figure out something just in general. It's not just a character thing. Like he has to figure out like the matchup.
Yeah, I think Spike needs to practice some puff stuff. Get that puff knowledge. Get a plan for it.
Yeah, unfortunately at RPI, as many players as they do have, they don't have a great puff player. Like obviously like
there's one that I can think of, but he doesn't really go to much.
Oh, Dan?
I don't even see him at the club that much.
Dan? That dude?
No, he graduated a while back.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, but yeah, pretty much like they don't. As far as I know, like they don't have someone who can really like give him that same practice.
Yeah, Nimbus is what he changed his tag to. Used
Oh,
to be
Nimbus?
Sub.
Yeah, no offense to Nimbus, but like that's not really gonna prepare Spike. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they've even played.
Yeah, he's not really like
Mancow claiming to be best puff.
Yeah, Mancow's net play puff might be the best like surrogate he has to work with, but he's gonna have to figure that out. Or try puff dittoing again. I don't know, dude. But even that, like Toussaint was looking dominant in that last time. Even Pig was looking dominant in that last time they played.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, oh, even Pig,
I don't
but
think,
like you
I don't think Spike tried Sheik against Pig. He just went Puff, Fox.
Yeah, and what's interesting too is like he might find more success with the Sheik versus Pig actually, but that would be an interesting set to see, like that rematch, because like last time it was super dominant.
Yeah, they haven't met up since then though. The only time.
Yeah, so like that was that tournament. Do you want to talk any more about the or you want to talk about the upcoming Ghost Pepper Smash?
Well, one thing first that I guess I kind of forgot about. So Toussaint won this, which puts them a lot higher on that circuit that I mentioned. That's actually news within the last 2 weeks. We announced some pretty cool prizes for the circuit, and now Toussaint's got a pretty good reason to try. It seems like, oh, I better start going to more stuff again. Can't go Sheik Zelda, even though that was only one event.
Yeah, enough sandbagging for one season.
We'll see about that. We'll see how long it lasts. I mean, what if it's Falco wins tournaments now?
Not
brought it out in
likely.
grand finals.
Yeah, I guess he won a tournament with Falco. No.
Yeah, you gotta put Falco in the results thread. But yeah, we're gonna send 2 players to either SmashCon or Shine, their choice individually, their individual choices. And what we're gonna do is at the end of this circuit season, the top 12 players who have the most points at that time are gonna be invited to a tournament, an invitational, and the winner of that gets one of the grand prizes, and then the person with the most points, if they're not the winner, also gets invited, or not invited, but grand prize. So there are 2 grand prizes.
Wait, so if the guy with the most points also wins, you give it to second place then? Second place in points or second place in the tournament?
Second place in points. So it's winner of the tournament first, and if it turns out that that person also has the most points, then the second prize goes to second placement of points.
Okay. Interesting.
But you can also still earn points, maybe, I guess, at that last tournament. We'll figure it out by then, obviously. I think it would kind of have to, because like it's a circuit and all, just in case it matters. So that's only for the top 12. They'll go to that cool event, but we're gonna have another cool event as well, something like a pizza party. We haven't quite narrowed down the details, but same idea. Like it's an invitational for everybody that gets at least 25 points. Unfortunately, with no NLG, we kind of had to adjust the numbers. So if like something does come back, like let's say all of a sudden Malcolm announces right now that the bi-weekly is back. Okay, well now there are a lot more points that are
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, well that's too bad. But if it happens, if for some reason we have a new weekly, it probably happens like that. So we're gonna see. We're gonna have to work out the point stuff for that if anything changes, and also anything over 10. Anyone that gets over 10 points at least, they get like a little minor prize, which is also gonna be a little surprise.
To be determined. Oh man, Mankell's tied with me in points now. Are you kidding me, dude?
Oh really?
Yeah, we're tied.
I gotta double check the points actually. So let's see right now.
Now I have to go on Thursday. This is lame.
Oh boy, I've gone to 4 events and I've placed reasonably well, so I'm in the lead by a notable margin.
Yeah, see, no one's gonna be able to catch up with you now because you go to everything and you get like top 3.
But Mancow goes to everything and he gets like top 4.
Yeah, so he's not gonna surpass you. He's just gonna be like right on.
But all people have to do is beat me, and then they can start getting more points than me. This is only a couple weeks in, so this is 4 events. We're gonna have over 20 events.
God.
So, yeah, you could multiply what you have by 5, I guess, and then you get an estimation of what could happen, but that's not necessarily what's going to happen.
No, I think Toussaint's gonna come to more weeklies and stuff because he only has what 2 events now or 3,
Yeah, he has
Or-
2
yeah.
events.
and one of them he was sandbagging. So yeah, like he's gonna have a lot.
So Toussaint's going to go up there. We'll see if Spike can go to more or not. I'm sure that our people that already have 4 will continue to go to more events. So people that have gone to 4 events include me, Mancow, Pizza in a Cup, JJ, RC, SSK, Ritznok, Rawk, Cant, Emotion, Bully Ranger, Wikipedia. Is that it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So that's everybody with perfect attendance so far. I'll try to have perfect attendance, I guess. It's gonna be a little bit easier for me than other people. I also run tournaments, but no guarantees. I might be gone a week.
So, anyways, you want to talk about what's it called? You want to talk about Ghost Pepper then, since
Yeah,
we're getting
so-
close to an hour.
Good point. So Ghost Pepper Smash is going to be our big regional for Melee. That is April 22nd, and we're going to do some cool stuff for that. So I'll just give a quick overview of it, and we can start taking some call-ins, because if anyone wants to do that, we can talk about Ghost Pepper together. So yeah, it's Melee only. This is one of the only Melee only events that's like ever happened like this in upstate New York, as far as I know. Like a notable Melee only event. So it has some interesting potential in that regard, because without sharing resources with anything else, can really focus on Melee. It turns out we should be able to get a reasonable number of people, because like we just got 38 people for a monthly. Ideally, we should get over 38 people for a regional. It makes sense. We're gonna have 48 setups there at least. We already have 48 confirmed, and we can probably get 16 more if we want. I'll ask some of the RPI guys that have like their own recording setups, bring their own recording setups too. So we'll have more than just the expected PL stream. I know a couple people with recording setups that can do that.
Yo, real quick, just interrupt. I think the last major Melee only event might have been Rochester Final Smash,
Really?
which was actually like the only major upstate actually had. So that's pretty nutty.
I don't even know about that event.
You don't know about that one?
No.
It is
When was
from
it?
the Dark Ages. It was 2008.
Okay, yeah, that was before I was playing Smash.
Yes, we actually had like a legit because that
Before I
era
was
was
even
like,
in New
that
York.
era was like dead. So like that was actually like a legit major for the time.
How many entrants do we get?
Okay, maybe it wasn't a legit major, but it was a legit like huge regional. It got like how many is this? Like 40, something like that.
It's notable.
Yeah, it had PC Chris and Shoot at.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect those guys to go to Rochester anytime. But,
Yeah, like I remember it popping up in remember the history of Smash articles? Did you read any of those?
I'm sure.
Yeah, for like 2008, like that's one of the tournaments they use because there's so little of that time.
Okay.
But anyway, sorry, go on. So you have hella recording setups. We got like 3 of them or something like that, maybe.
Yeah. One of the original plans for New Fish was we could have 4, and that was obtainable. So we'll try to do something like that again. And for interesting stuff, we're gonna work on a fundraiser to get some players out here. We did this for New Fish a year ago, and it went really well. I think I would attribute pretty much all of the success of New Fish to that kind of outreach that we did because of that. Like it just all came together because, oh look, we're trying to get Larry Lure. We have Ally confirmed. a bunch of names that people have now heard of that are nowhere near New York are going to be here now. So we want to do something like that again, and we can definitely pull in a good crowd for Melee. We got 105. That's the current upstate record as far as I'm aware. The only Melee thing over 100 that I know of in upstate New York. So our goal is to at least beat that. That's like shooting low as far as I'm concerned.
Shooting low?
Yeah, shooting low. Like I'll be okay with it as long as we beat that number. Because like think about what we had for Melee. For that, it was okay. Well, we got Cobalt. Okay, so now there's some like interest from Slox. There's a little bit more New England, like Zoso. But we didn't really have too much. And everything else kind of helped come together to make it 100 plus. But yeah, shooting low is kind of a joke too. I would be
like
okay
that'd be pretty good. Like we got 105 again.
Like it's only happened once in upstate that we've gotten over 100 for like anything, and it happened twice at the same tournament. As far as I know, that's the only event that has had a 100 plus bracket in upstate. I haven't seen of any others that have done that. But if someone just tells me that there's another one, that's cool too.
Yeah, anyways, we're always glad to have more big tournaments. So
Yeah.
it'd be sick.
Yeah, and
So
we can definitely host it. We have room for, like, a lot, just to say the
Yeah,
least.
that's a very big room. Lots of setups, lots of players. When can we expect this fundraiser to start?
Next month is the tentative expectation. So, like, we're working on confirming some players. Like, I've already reached out to a couple. Like, we've already had a couple people in mind. And then I also posted on Facebook, like, hey, if you have any ideas for who you want to see come here, let me know, and I'll reach out to them if a lot of people want them. So that's what we've been checking out recently. This is that's the summary. That's what you guys can put in your minds. What do you guys want to see out of Ghost Pepper Smash? You have direct access to a TO right now. Does anyone in the chat want to do like a call-in? Anything like that?
I want to see the TOs eat habaneros. Ghost peppers. That's what I want.
Oh man.
I don't think I'll eat a ghost pepper at this time.
Well, we're not asking you to eat it at this time. We're asking you to eat it at Ghost Pepper Smash, April.
I do not foresee eating a ghost pepper.
Will you eat a ghost pepper as a what's it
Fundraiser
called?
goal?
Yo, do it
Yeah,
for the
it's a fundraiser
children.
goal.
Do it for the children, Adam. Come on, man.
The children or the smashers?
The children.
They're the same thing.
All right, guys. Donation goal. I say if we raise over a certain amount that's yet to be determined, Adam has to eat a ghost pepper. What are your thoughts on this?
I would at least try one.
You would
Okay.
try it? Well, I mean, you gotta, like, you either have it or you don't.
Like, there's no way I could eat the whole thing if I'm not going to be able to eat it. So, the thing is, I would attempt to eat a ghost pepper. And attempt to find, like, that means
So you would have, like, a bite of,
it.
you'd have a bite of a ghost pepper.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so
Probably
I
would
say
be
we
like-
do it.
Okay, if you guys have suggestions for donation goals or like
Players to
fundraisers
fly out,
to
any
or
stuff wants to
yeah,
get
you know,
attacked.
players to fundraise, yell them out in the chat, come on the podcast. We want to talk to you guys. If you are interested, you can either message me directly on Facebook, you can join the Capital Region Smash Discord, and then join the general or the Melee voice channel, and then we'll add you to the podcast.
I'm actually gonna get out of here.
You
All
are.
right.
Yeah,
Alright, thanks for
Thanks for
joining
being
us,
on.
man.
my house is about to get loud. So
Thanks for being a great TO, Malcolm.
Hey guys, much
Why?
love. Shout
You're an
outs to
okay
everyone
guy.
in the community, all the PM players, Zaandaa, Claim to Fame, Hashtag Legends.
Sienna Smash.
Sienna Smash, definitely not RPI.
Oh, you mean not Darwin?
Well, that's what I meant. I hate Darwin. Shout outs to not Darwin. Alright, see you
But
guys.
most
Thanks for having me on.
importantly, who would you want to shout out the most?
Shout out the most? That's a good question. Shout out to my man Rawk. I love that kid. He's my favorite young smasher.
All right. Better add him.
Oh shoot, here he is.
Hey guys, what's up?
And with that, we got Malcolm's favorite young smasher, Rockhog, in the building. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yo,
make sure
so-
your stream is muted, by the way. Which
Yeah, I
kind of unfortunately works
just
out
did that
because you
because it
just
was,
missed the shout out.
Yeah, I just muted it because I was hearing stuff from probably a minute ago or two.
More like 30 seconds. If you're
Yeah, that
dot
sounds
dot
about right.
dot in the general thing, let us know in the Twitch chat who you really are. I'm not gonna add just anybody.
That's Slurp, but I don't know what he's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's Slurp, but Slurp legit has to change his Discord because it's pretty annoying. Like, oh, who's that? Who knows? But anyways, what's good?
I don't even think he's. Not
I was
much,
just saying,
I'm
what's
sort of
good?
chilling.
You're chilling? You got some ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want right now
Well,
from Ghost Pepper
okay,
Smash?
for Ghost Pepper, what I kind of want is the idea was tossed around a little while back. Was SFAT and Pew Pew getting PewFat here? So, I myself am a fan of teams. So, I would like to see like the idea of like getting more players like as a team together. Like we have DJ and the Moon that are relatively close by. They probably wouldn't be that hard to get them to come out to something.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ideas too. Try to invite a couple notable teams. So like if we invited 4 players and included some team like PewFat, that'd be great. And some other team we can just come up with.
We can do like Grab and Go, Slock Swedish is a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
they're
like let's
local
say you
too.
could invite 2 players from around the states.
Oh,
That would be
around the
another great
states? So
team.
you mean like
What would be
Javi and
another
Twin?
good
Like,
Oh,
dude, I want Javi at Ghost Pepper Smash. Let's go, Ghost Pepper Smash.
that would be
featuring,
legit.
featuring Javi and KFJ, LKFJ, excuse me. That'd be so sick, dude. That's
That'd be
my
crazy.
idea.
Does anyone know how to
But-
contact Javi?
I don't know how much plane tickets cost from Mexico. We gotta keep this in mind, guys. Like,
Yeah, probably a
the-
lot.
the more people you want to fly out and the further they are away, it is gonna cost more. So that's more fundraising. Other
Right
ideas
now.
I had,
Someone
We're
look
like-
up. Someone in the chat look up how to contact Javi.
yeah, find out how to get in touch with this dude. Also, I thought Fuzziness would be a sick player to fly out because, like, Zaandaa is like our best speed runner. As far
Yeah,
as
that's true.
goes. So that'd be pretty cool. I know Corey likes Fuzziness too. Like a lot of people, he's a pretty cool guy, good player. So depending on how much tickets were from Europe, that's someone I consider.
Yeah. We also tossed around the idea of getting Plup and Wizard, but I think Plup said that he was going to be in Korea that time period.
Yeah,
So-
Plup is one of the only people that is actually denied so far because he's actually going to be in Korea. Surprise.
Yeah.
Spoilers. He was
We
making
asked Plup, yeah.
Yeah. As a doc main, I am biased towards getting shroomed here, but
Ooh.
that's a little personal, and I don't know how much he could really offer because even as a doc player, he wasn't really like the most like standard doc players. He was doing a lot of like unconventional stuff, but it would work because he was shroomed and he was really good.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. Turns out.
Just maybe.
Yeah, those are all good ideas. Like, I don't know. I'd also I wouldn't mind just giving people like support just from like the Northeast and like surrounding regions. Like, oh, you want to take a bus or a train? Like, sure, we'll hit you up with that. So like, I don't know. Like, it was really cool for me to see like Zoso come out to New Fish. Like, I thought that was sick because he's a really good player and stuff. Plays Marth. Yo, get chewed at at Ghost Pepper. That'd be so sick, dude.
shoot at would be
Chillin'
pretty
and Chew.
cool.
Yeah, Chillin' and Chew. They're
Yeah,
a
that's
good
a real
team.
team, and that's
That'd be
not too
sick,
bad.
dude. Yo, Chillin' and Chew versus PewFat. Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be too hard because they're in MDVA, so it would probably be relatively cheap to get them out here.
Yeah, kind of depends on where they are, and if it's like too close to fly, but like not close enough to bus. It's in like that weird zone.
Yeah.
So that's the only weird thing about MDVA players, but we could probably work it out.
Also, personal bias towards Drugfox, but I don't know if that's what everyone wants. But since I'm from Atlanta,
Not the summit, unfortunately.
yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately, I'm salty.
Yeah,
but
he
whatever.
was on my higher list of players that I would have preferred there. Not like the top, but
Yeah,
not the top like you, unfortunately.
I don't know. My problem with Drugfox is he made a whole long video saying how like Marth beats Falcon. I'm like, get out of here, dude. Like you're so dumb. Like
So he
And
made a
then
video
Mike-
about that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
this.
I think Drugfox has a pretty good opinion of the game.
yeah, he doesn't play either of those
Personally.
characters.
Oh yes, he doesn't play any of the top 4.
He
He doesn't
plays a lot of
play-
Oh
characters.
wait, spoiler alert, he has played all of the top 4 in tournament. Against
Yeah, how
players.
has his Marth do lately? Not so good.
Lately, he doesn't play Martha lately. But
Yeah, he
there
played
is a
Marth
good
like
reason.
twice, did decent, and then like that's it. It's the last we see was Marth.
He also really didn't play Falco for very long. But there's also a video of him stalking base roll with Falco.
I don't know, dude. I don't respect his Marth that much. I know like I've heard so many Falcon players be like, yeah, like Marth does pretty well, and then this dude just has this opinion like, yo, Marth should be beating Falcon. It's so easy. And then people like Adam are just like, yes, like so hype like watching this, and I'm like, oh, what is this crap?
I don't
dude?
even know
Like,
what video you're talking about.
I know it was Mike Sutton that told me about that video. I don't know if you've seen that one. His videos, to be fair though, he's very good at like articulating like his thoughts on the game. So for me at least, like that made watching the video still interesting.
Yeah, he's
So yeah,
just-
Drug Fox would be cool to have though. He's a really good player.
Is that Jason that just joined?
Hello. What's up?
Hi, Jason. A little bit. You can be a little bit louder.
Don't know how to fix that. Hold on.
No, you're good. You're good now. You're good now.
Okay, all right. Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, last I heard on the stream you were talking about Drug Fox's Falco.
Yeah, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so you're just
Then-
saying like, yeah, I think he'd be a
then
cool
Billy
player
Rose
to
is
have
good.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. But yeah, I think like inviting like teams, like pairs of players is a great idea. Like, you know, Pew Fat, like you were saying, Chew and Chillin', Chillin' and Chew, TJ the Moon.
Yeah, that'd be yo, Chillin' and Chew. Like I just thought of this. Like that'd be sick.
Yeah,
right?
that'd be a great idea.
Like, that'd be so awesome. Like we got
Yeah,
They have a
whatever.
travel buddy.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why it's a good idea. And like, I don't know, like what other teams are kind of around here?
Does Drugfox have a normal teammate?
Not that I know
Not
of.
really. Last time I noticed, I think he was playing with like MacD.
Yeah, that's actually what I was just thinking.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, Mike Sutton's favorite.
He always might come.
MacD is a really good teams player too.
He
But I
is,
don't-
yeah.
I don't know how active he is lately, and I don't know how much he'd really want to travel across the country. I like Kirby Kaze a lot, so that would also be cool. But like, I don't know like how much Kirby Kaze would really want to come out to something like this. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I love
true.
Kirby Kaze, but like I don't know, like I know he took like a hiatus, now he's kind of back into it. But I don't know like how active he is.
Isn't
Yeah.
he actually MIOM now?
Yeah, he is and stuff. Like
Might
he was
be.
just at the
Hold on.
Montreal thing last weekend, but it's just like I feel like these guys they get to it like when they're young and stuff. It's like, yo, you want to come like try like it's like look at someone like West Balls, right? It's like, hey, you want to come out to this random tournament like somewhere in the Midwest? He's like, yeah, sure, fly me out there. Like he's in there for everything. But you get to a certain point
It's
where
kind of
it's
like
like
Cyrox right now.
yeah, it's like you get to a certain point, you know, you have a job and stuff, and like it's like, hey, you want to come like spend all these hours traveling to like come like body us at our tournament, and like
Yeah.
spend your whole weekend in our region and then go home and go back to work. It's like at a certain point, you get like you're tired. It's like I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
so that's why I don't know what Kirby Kaze. It would be worth asking though, because like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, that's either the life of a full-time smasher or the young hutness on the block.
Yeah, a little bit.
Those are the two things that could work out. But like a full-time smasher, they have to be thinking about all kinds of stuff. Like, what if I go to a different tournament instead? Is it more worth it?
Opportunity cost and all that.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I mean, it's still worth asking though. Like clearly,
Yeah.
it's just.
I think there would have to be a nice pot bonus for a lot of these players. Consider coming.
It depends on the crowd, really.
Yeah, there's like you hit like a tipping point where it's like, oh, if you get like, I don't know, like 3 players from SoCal coming, and like, oh, more people from SoCal come, and then like, maybe someone from Florida decides to come up, and then they bring their friends. It's like a domino
That's
effect.
like a national tipping point more than.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
I feel like for us, like
regional.
people aren't gonna fly like, but definitely like New England or somewhere from there. Like maybe now like if we have like I don't know like PewFat there, like now people are gonna travel a couple hours to come out or a few
Right,
hours.
yeah, like
even.
get a smaller scale. Yeah.
Yeah. Like probably not fly, but like definitely get the Northeast in there.
Yeah. So like that's how it worked when Cobalt came for New Fish.
Yeah, I think Mike Hayes happened to be in town because they flew him out to a Xanadu or something. And then
That's why he was there.
Oh yeah.
He was in the area beforehand. So.
Yeah, like well, he got there early because he went to a Nebs like after dark and stuff, and then Xanadu the next day, if I recall correctly, and then he was in. I think he stayed in Binghamton for some reason. I don't know why. Like
yeah, that's where he was going. That's where he was from, or he was going to the tournament from.
Yeah, so like I don't know what the deal with that is, but anyways, yeah. So like maybe you can catch other people who were in the area at the time or something.
Yeah, those kinds of people tend to hear about it just because, like, oh, there's already a big tournament in this area. I might as well check it out. Like, I'm gonna be in this area during this time. Oh, there's.
It's like with
big
Lucky and
tournament.
Yappy at Bluefish.
Nice. Yeah. Well, in that case, we partnered up with Super Nebs and did that kind of stuff. Like, we were both making the plans for it around the same time. And like they had already reached out to a bunch of people, and they had a lot more say because like that's New York City, and that's going to be a big tournament. So for Bluefish, we had the ability to help sponsor those guys to go there, and then they would also join us here.
Yeah, so we can look into stuff like that also.
Yeah, I like that kind of partnership.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Pretty sick, dude. I think to this day, that's still Bluefish was one of Yappy's like only American tournaments.
Yeah, you can still see footage from Yappy and Bluefish and a bunch of Yappy combos.
Yeah.
Wow.
the infamous Darwin combo.
Yeah, the Darwin combo. You can hear a lot of Corey's commentary on him.
That we see everywhere. Yeah, I think like Nevs, maybe like Bluefish, maybe like a couple of random events, but like that's all I know of him for coming out to the U.S. So it's cool that we had him there. But yeah, any other thoughts on Ghost Pepper?
What are we gonna do for a side event?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
I don't
so
think
about-
it's totally viable to eat ghost peppers.
Yeah, I was actually
that was a concern.
I was just looking that up, and it's like there are like actual major health concerns for eating like a ghost pepper.
Darn
So
it.
maybe eat like a
All right,
little.
we'll just make Adam. We'll just make Adam
Yeah.
do it. We'll make everyone do it.
Still just die.
Well, I think it might be okay if some people really want to try it.
Yeah, like
But
I
I wouldn't actually ask people to do this as part of some side
Oh
event.
no, yeah, it'd be like a
That's
side
totally
event.
Out of
Yeah.
place.
I don't know. Dude, I think upstate is soft to be honest. Like when we did like the jalapenos or whatever, like people were like crying. Like, and these are like 1,000 times hotter or something. So, like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I don't think they're gonna know what they're getting into.
Yeah, but like if like like 2 or 3 people, or like brave souls just want to try it out, and like we have them sign a waiver, and like they know the risks.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
would
the
need a
fact
waiver
that
for
we would have to
that-
make them
that's
sign a
actually
waiver, that's a
thing,
red
yeah.
flag for me. I don't know,
Yeah.
dude.
That was one of the top suggestions after Jalapeno.
What, make them sign a waiver?
Yeah,
Yeah, people
actually serious.
Yeah, and they're like, oh man, now we got to make it weaker, and yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the side event has been evolving a lot. We'll see what we do with it next
I mean,
time.
dude, I don't know. Like, they're jalapenos. Like, they can cry all they want. Like, whatever. Like, there should be no permanent damage. I know eating, like, I know taking a bite of, like, or, like, eating a full pepper is a lot more intense than, like, having them, like, on a sandwich or something. But, like, come on. Like, come on. Like, all right, a ghost pepper, though, like, that's something to cry about. Like, that's pretty ridiculous.
So what kind of fundraiser goals should we have, kind of along those lines? Malcolm has some pretty interesting ideas, actually, for PM. Like, the PM community came together and they thought about a bunch of interesting ideas. I'll share it with the RPI guys later, but it's all kind of, like, unique
RPI
stuff.
bias.
I mean, it's the staff of the event.
I mean, 3 of the 4 here have huge RPI bias.
Yeah, and
classic
also
RPI
staff.
bias.
I don't know what you expect, Billy.
I have RPI bias, too.
Really, do you want to be staff?
Yeah,
You want to be staff at Ghost Pepper?
What's that?
You want to be staff at Ghost Pepper?
Well, we can do it, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna want to be a player at that point, or if I'm just gonna want to chill and help you run stuff. I never know.
You could be a commentator by then.
I could maybe do that. That'd be fun. We'll see though. We'll see how I'm feeling around that time of the year.
I mean, if I had to guess, I probably won't be entering because I'll be really busy.
Yeah.
And I probably won't even commentate because I'll be busy.
Yeah, that TO life. But yeah, I don't know, fundraiser goals, like I guess what, like I know Smash UGs does stuff where you can buy like t-shirts and
Yeah,
all that
so
stuff.
we're probably gonna have some basic stuff like that. But like, let's say you do something like, oh, this guy's gonna draw a picture of you. $10.
Yo!
That's a good one.
So it could be in the style of
No, wait. It
something.
could be like
something ridiculous.
No, like
but
it could
it's
be
someone-
like a picture
you
of
can
you
go.
like drawn as your main.
Yeah.
But we're
Like,
talking
I
about
I would pay $10
unprofessional
for
people that are
Zaandaa
drawing,
Falcon.
by the way. We're talking about unskilled people that are doing these things, just because like we're offering what we can.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Like, I couldn't draw a picture of somebody,
Yeah, I definitely couldn't.
but we
Yeah,
could
oh,
have
yeah.
it as a fundraiser goal, like, or as a reward.
Yeah. So maybe if someone could do like, if someone's decent enough, they could do like maybe a handful of them or something like that.
Yeah, so some of that kind of stuff, like the PM list that they had previously, those are like half joking, half like, yeah, we think this would raise money, and they did that kind of stuff for like bigger balcony, I think. There's some kind of funny
Yeah.
stuff out there. Just really creative things.
Yeah, like maybe if we have like a video editor who's feeling like ambitious, we could have a goal like you pay this amount and send someone your clips from matches and they'll make a combo video for you.
Ooh.
You know, something like that.
Yo.
What if it's just like you going to and out?
Yeah, like it could be difficult. You know, like,
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to pay more for the combo video to actually feature you.
Oh my god.
So you can spend like $10, and we'll just make this quick combo video of people beating you. Or you can spend $25, and like, okay, well, here's a couple little highlights for you. It's like a minute long. Or you could spend like $100, and you could be in my combo video.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be you getting combo. Why are you excited?
Hey, excuse me. this is
Because Adam already has
exclusive.
some clips of that.
Adam does his own combos in the video. But I don't know, lots of potential. We got lots of time to figure this kind of stuff. Not like lots and lots, but we still got a little bit of time to figure stuff out. Because you said it's the 22nd of April, so that's like a little over 2 months.
Yeah, we
Yep.
got
It's
some
just
time.
over 2 months.
But like a fundraiser is gonna be like less than a month long. So like that's why it would start in March probably. So then like it has to end before we would actually buy tickets. So you can kind of see where a time frame is gonna come up. It's kind of predictable.
Yeah.
So we'll have plenty of time to talk with some of these players. Anyone we want to invite. Some of them are probably gonna say no. Some might say maybe, ask later. Some might say yes. I've always been wanting to go to a tournament that is related to Ghost Peppers, and I would love to be in your combo video.
What if like, what if Javi came in the tournament and he just like downed a Ghost Pepper like no problem?
That would be crazy.
And then just plays his set. Like, alright, that might be kind of messed up. Though. Like, that would just be super.
That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be super goofy. You got one more quick guest to add, and then we're probably gonna get wrapping it up soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got like a 50.
What's up?
Alright, what's going on?
We're not gonna go on for like over 10 more minutes, by the way.
Alright.
What's up, bro?
So we have Cant.
Yeah, can you guys
joining us.
be real quiet? Nothing. Just talking to people.
Wait, Cant, say something.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
Uh,
The rest of the podcast world.
I was interested in like you're talking about potentially having more than just like the one stream recording setup.
Yeah.
And speaking of like video editing stuff like that, I'd be like pretty interested in doing like like see like a lot of like major events these days. They do like event highlight videos and stuff like that.
yo.
I think that'd be pretty cool to like use for like eventually for like future events too. They use it for like promotions and stuff like that, or just for people like you could like have like 5 recording setups potentially, or maybe like less than that. You just take like the best clips from those, put them all together in a video, and kind of use it to like promote the event, like stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, you being the guy that made the PR combo video.
Yeah, I was gonna say we also do have the person among us that made the CR combo video from the PR. So that was pretty cool. Good to see somebody stepping up to do that kind of stuff. And I even sent you a couple messages after. Just because like we had Ghost Pepper Smash in mind, of course. So maybe we'll do some kind of promotional videos for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'd
got
be cool
ideas.
to, have some kind of, you see like every tournament these days has some kind of like announcement video or like, like
trailer.
featuring acts, whatever,
Yeah, I'm sure an appropriate video would be something like when the fundraiser starts, we can have a quick video of these are the players that we want to fundraise, have a couple little highlights of them, and then here are maybe a couple little goals that are kind of noteworthy, like be in my combo video. Something along those lines. We'll probably want to do a video like that, make it an event trailer. Sound
Yeah,
interesting
that'd
to
be
you,
really cool.
Cant?
Yeah. Like most of my like video editing experience is like more classical, I guess. Like actual like in like high school, I was in like a film club for 4 years.
Huh.
So I did like a lot of stuff like that. Like the combo video, basically the one thing that sort of caught me off guard was how long it took to find all the clips, and like most of them weren't even like that outstanding. They're just like pulled from random videos.
Yeah,
So
it turns out
my
that's a
tip to
pretty
you-
important job.
Yeah. So that is the one thing with the video. A lot of people said like, "Oh man, I wish this moment was in." The idea, I saw them do this in Syracuse. They said before they were making it like, "Yo, I'm gonna make this video, so everybody send me your best clips." So everybody, because like let's be honest, like when the players do something cool, like they remember it. Like I would say a lot of people when they do cool stuff, like those are their favorite moments or whatever. So everybody sent their own clips, and the idea at least was, oh, have everybody send their cool stuff, and then we'll put it all together. So I would suggest doing that for any sort of future stuff. Like, if you want to find cool stuff, like hit somebody up, or especially with a specific player, like they might know.
Yeah, the two biggest things I felt like after after I made that was one I wasn't super happy with like the way the combos came out and stuff like that. And also like some other people were like, oh, why wasn't this in there? Because I just didn't have time to look through all the stuff. And also I think I could have worked on like the transitions and like the titling a bit more to make it more seamless. Because watching it now, it seems like very noticeable in a bad way, like some of the transitions.
Yeah, I went through a ton of revisions on my own combo video. Like that's kind of all I've worked on for that. It took a long time to develop because I spent a lot of time like trimming a lot of things. I cut a lot of combos from the video. Like it started, I think the first draft was like twice as long, and that even cut a lot of stuff. And then from there, I ended up picking music. I synced everything to the music as best I could. I would still switch things around, change the music maybe. I had lots of versions that I went through.
Yeah, to be fair, you also made that PR combo video in like 2 to 3 days. Like, if we had known that was something you were interested in, we could have like, let you know and like, okay, like these are the potential players, or even like we could have just like given you the whole PR or whatever. Like if we knew that.
Yeah, I kind of just saw the PR. I watched like a similar PR video. I was like, wow, this would be cool. And then I kind of just started working on it for like fun, just like messing around with it.
It's pretty cool.
And then eventually I was like looking for a lot of clips. And then I was looking for a lot of clips. And then I had like 50 clips, and I had to like cut them all down. And then at some point I got really tired of working on it because I just like kind of burned myself out on
I just
it.
gotta wrap this up. I mean, at
Yeah.
least you got my game 1 versus Darwin, which is like a combo video in itself. of that
Yeah,
one
right.
set,
Yo, he's
so-
dead.
Yeah.
Yo, he's dead.
Jason knows because he was commentating. And
Yo,
it
he's dead.
was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was funny. Fun set.
Yeah, I love that game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I've watched the video like 3 or 4 times at Corey's house now. Corey being Carlito, for those of you in the chat.
What, the PR combo video?
Yes. We've watched it almost the last like 2 or 3 times that I've been over there. We watched it.
I mean,
Before
I
we,
watched it like 2 or 3 times myself, at least.
Yeah, it's great.
How many times have you watched my combo video over there though? We gotta start making that a thing.
Dude, just sign made up for all of us. Don't worry.
A
Don't worry.
significant amount.
A
I would
significant
imagine.
amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, also if we were doing stuff that was like promoting PL in any way, we'd probably have to figure out some sort of music thing. Because the music I use in that is just all from like a
Ping pong.
ping pong animation, which is like
Oh,
probably
really?
not super legal. I'm not sure.
We could work something out, I'm sure. We'll go through what works well.
Yeah, there's also like royalty free stuff out there. You probably
Yeah, well, anyways, unless anybody has any further ideas, it is getting to be like 9:30ish, so
Yep.
we're probably gonna wrap it up.
Of course. So any last Ghost Pepper things from any of you guys? You can say like your last little bit, and then we'll kick you out.
I don't know. I'd be interested in trying to figure out how to work an actual Ghost Pepper into the tournament
All right.
in some way.
Well, fortunately, you are staff, so feel free
Hell
to
yeah,
think of
there we
ideas.
go. Alright, yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, nothing really. I've pretty much said everything that I want to about Ghost Pepper.
Yeah, so doubles players. That's the big. As far as players, like that's what I took out of it from most people.
Yeah, pairs of players. Give them their travel buddies.
Yeah.
I'm a super big Drug Fox fan.
Ooh.
I'd do anything to see him here.
Ooh.
Hey man, I feel like he's kind of like Cobalt. I feel like where he doesn't get flown out to like a ton of stuff like that, so he'd probably be into it. So it's definitely worth asking. And then of course Mike would be in there, like, "Yo, Sammy, what's good?"
It's like he's always known him.
Yeah, dude. He can call him that because it's like, they're homies. But yeah, so we got Dubs players, Drug Fox, and promotional material.
Oh yeah. Should be good. It's gonna be a good tournament.
Yeah, I'm excited that it's melee only. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
more
many
streamlined.
setups. So many setups.
Yeah, we can get so many setups.
So many
like,
CRTs.
many.
Oh.
Hey, I have a bunch. I'm sure like if we're prepared, we can get a lot. And if we have Ian and stuff.
I already confirmed 48 from Ian, and that doesn't
Yeah.
even count what RPI can do.
We're in
Alright.
there, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got setups confirmed.
Hella setups.
Alright, yeah, sounds like it's gonna be good. I'm gonna sign off, guys.
All right. Yeah. Let's call it a night then.
Yep.
Alright,
Thanks
thanks for
everyone
having
for
me.
watching.
See you guys.
We're gonna stop that recording. So that's I guess we'll stay online a little bit. But yeah, if you want to check this out again in the future, we're gonna do this on Tuesdays, pending this guy here's job, I guess. That's why we started a tiny bit late today. We might have to start at 8 in the future on
It
Tuesdays
might have
instead.
to be 8, like in general. Basically, the idea is I'm working Tuesdays now, and my shift it ends at 7:30 at the latest. But like it could get out at like earlier if it's unusually like quiet, but like it's gonna be 7:30 on most weeks.
Well, I mean, a safe time would be something like 8:50.
Yeah, like 8. Well, I mean, no, we can just start at 8. Like I can definitely be home for 8, but
Okay. We'll see about that. You got on at like 7:59 today.
well, no, I got on at 7:55. Like the reason I got home late was because I had half of this amazing Cardona sandwich, and I started to drive away from work. I'm like, oh shoot, I left the other half of my sandwich, so I had to pull into the library parking lot, run back down the street to my job, get my sandwich from the fridge, and then run back to the library and drive home.
Well, who's to say that next 2 weeks from today?
I will
doesn't
not
happen
forget
again?
my sandwich again.
But
Don't worry.
it might not be your sandwich. It might be like, oh, I forgot my.
My wallet.
Yeah.
What? Not likely.
Well, either way, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Go to PL this Thursday. That's when our next Melee Weekly is going to be. We did just announce Ghost Pepper Smash, like I said. Albany is doing a tournament this Saturday. You
Oh
forgot to
shoot,
do
we
that
barely
on-
even talked about that.
Yeah, I just remembered that right now. So go to that. That's on Saturday. That's UAU
Oh
Smash
my
4.
god, what am I doing?
That's for all the games. There's probably something else. I don't know. We'll find out. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Peace.
Should I hit the stop?